So this is MoonQuest, all new series for Podcast Now. This is Finding Reality MoonQuest, where it's all things Electroneum. You might know me from the Netflix video. If you don't know, Podcast Now, you might have seen me on the Netflix or the Electroneum's potential for big business or retail video that I did. I was also on All About Tech's collaboration video recently. So that's me. Please stay tuned to the end of the video for a very special graphic preview of what's to come later this summer, and it should make the Electroneum community pretty excited and pretty happy. So anyway, today, all that we're going to be doing for episode 1 is we're going to be recapping what we talked about on All About Tech's video. But before we get into the recap and the other ideas, I do just want to say really quick that I did see some people in All About Tech and I's video saying to basically, stop putting out ideas because other people or other ICOs or whatever can copy the ideas. That's not necessarily true, because if you think about why that isn't possible or why that isn't true, which I don't think it is possible or true. It's because, yes, somebody technically could copy the mobile miner. Big deal, right? And you might be saying, well, how's that a big deal? Well, listen, because Electroneum, they already have partnerships. Well, we don't know how many they have, but we already know that they do have a number of partnerships already. And I'm sure there are partnerships that they also have that we just don't know about right now. So that's number one. Okay, so even if somebody comes out and says, we're going to have a mobile miner, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it almost doesn't matter because it would be a lot of work for them to try to get partnerships also when other businesses would say, well, wait a minute, this business, this business, this business, this, they already have all partnerships with this Electroneum that does the same mobile miner thing that these guys are doing, who they obviously are copying. So why would we go with the copier when we could go with the original that already proves that they do business, because now they're a company. They have a patent for their instant payment system, something that the other ICO or the whoever they are, they can't do because there's a patent for the instant payment system, which is also the bigger part of the deal for the other partnerships that they have. I like to do the little Trump things. I don't know why. I just picked that up. I don't know how. But anyway, so they, no matter what, anybody else, it would be extremely hard for them to get partnerships just because, look, when you look at the numbers for, I don't know the numbers in my head, I'll probably show them, I'll just have them right next to me like this, but basically, Electroneum has so many users. The number of users is insane. They have hundreds of thousands of users, and their goal is to have hundreds of millions of users. When you look at how long it took Facebook, Twitter, probably PayPal, all these other ones, it took them a very long time to get to the numbers that Electroneum currently has. Electroneum also has, I'm part of it, you're part of it probably if you're watching this video, a very strong and very large community. That is also something that cannot be replicated by just an up-and-coming ICO or just somebody else. It's just not, you can't replicate it. And in our next video, I think this is going to be a bi-weekly show unless big news comes out, then I will do a video, right? So like in the middle of the week, if something huge drops, then I'll probably do a video. But for Finding Reality MoonQuest, it's likely to be an every other week show, okay? So having said that, 2 weeks from now, there's going to be another episode of MoonQuest, and it's going to be a very good one, and it's something that you guys definitely want to watch because I'm going to relate Electroneum to something that happened this year in the sports world that did something very amazing, and it's extremely relatable. You could definitely compare, and it's just when you see what I'm working on, it should make you excited, and it will make you realize how the other ICOs or the whoever they are would not be able to steal the ideas that I or Mick or whoever is showing for what Electroneum can be. It's not possible for them to replicate it because they don't have what Electroneum has done so far and what they have coming up. So that kind of, in my opinion, squashes the whole, someone could steal your idea. They can't. They could try. If they want to try and waste the money, they can go right ahead. But I just don't see it being, it just won't be as successful. It just can't be because the numbers show. And then also, really quick, some people, rude people, but some people are saying that it's impossible for Netflix or for any of these devices that we're going to talk about in about 10 seconds to basically use the miner because there's only, you're going to drain the miner, or the amount of electronium dedicated for the mobile miner. But I didn't realize I had to say this. If let's say the Netflix thing was real, that means Netflix made a partnership with Electroneum, which would mean that Electroneum likely wouldn't say, well, you could use, for your, let's say you get let's say 500,000 Netflix subs want to buy the Netflix e-box that I came up with. Electroneum wouldn't say, well, yeah, you can use the Electroneum that we have pooled, and now we're going to divide it between Netflix, our own device, if they even did that, and also the mobile miner, the app, between Android and iOS at the time, if they even do that with iOS. I'm not sure how it's going to go. But that wouldn't happen. What would happen is Netflix would put in, I don't know how many millions of dollars or whatever, it doesn't matter. They would purchase their own Electroneum, so then they'd have a pool, and then they would work with Netflix. Electroneum, so they would purchase a ton of ETN, right? Because then it's circulated, because then every month it goes back. So Netflix would purchase Electroneum. They would be working with Electroneum, where now Netflix has a pool. So Electroneum has their mobile miner pool of ETN. Netflix then purchases Electroneum on purpose to have their own pool that they got, their own pool to then give to their devices, while Electroneum's given to their app, Netflix is given to their Netflix e-boxes. And so then with that pool, Netflix and Electroneum would work together to create a little, their own personal miner for Netflix. So, do you like that? So anyways, that's how that would work. I didn't realize I had to say that. I thought some people could think, but usually the ruder people, they can't, because they just like to name call, and they don't actually like to critical think like the majority of the YouTubers that do Electroneum videos. And just people in the community. We have, like I was saying earlier, we have an extremely strong community, and people tend to show themselves when they're extremely negative, not even fudders, just when they're super negative, they name call this and that, say it's a garbage coin. Those are the people that aren't part of the community. Those are the people that are not part of the community. And those aren't really even people that we want in the community, is it? But anyways, so now for the recap of what All About Tech and I's video was all about. I'm just going to show you some of the graphics that I created. It's just going to be a very brief recap. If you have not seen our collaboration, please, in the description box, there's a link. There's also a link in the comment section in case you missed the description box. Please check out, it's part 1 and part 2. Please check out that collaboration video. So first up, we have the Shock by Electroneum. Basically, it's just an Android TV thing that you plug into the back of your TV, and it's got all your favorite, apps that you can download on it: Hulu, Netflix, YouTube, all that stuff. And basically, the reason that you want to get it, you earn free ETN because there's a mobile miner built in. Again, it probably wouldn't be the same mobile mine stuff that Electroneum gives to the app. It would likely be something that Electroneum either works out. Maybe this is a partner with Google. I don't know what this is. This isn't real. These are concepts. Maybe Google purchases their own amount of ETN, and then they have a pool, and then it mines. I don't care how it works. I'm just showing you here's the potential of what Electroneum can be. So anyways, you get free ETN. I wrote credits on purpose just to make it easier for the everyday person. Earn free credits, buy your favorite episodes and movies right on the Google Play Store. And then it also has here, it's a little promotion thing. Again, not real, so, but this is something that they could probably do. Earn a free movie every month. It's on us. So basically, you get a free movie because you're exchanging the Electroneum that the device, the Shock device, has mined. And Electroneum, or whoever actually developed this system, they would get the Electroneum in exchange for you get a movie. So it's really not free. You're just giving up your Electroneum that it mined. Next up, then we have the Shock Mini by Electroneum. It's the new way to save. Who isn't trying to save? So basically, it's just a little mobile miner box. made by the same, whoever made the shock device, it's the same developer or manufacturer, or whatever the word would be. Again, if it's Google, if it's Electroneum, whatever. And this is just, you can put it literally anywhere in the house, and it's just basically another mobile miner to add to your app. So you get a little bit more Electroneum, and it automatically deposits the Electroneum into your app wallet. And yeah, so I mean, if there's vendors, which there will be, including my own business, if there's retailers, whatever, in the near future that accept Electroneum, this is just, maybe you get a few extra dollars a month just having this. So, it's worth having. But really, the point of showing, these graphics, and, it's funny for me to even be looking at it, because when I make stuff, a lot of times I don't even think that I'm the one that made it. When I see this, I honestly feel like it's real. And it's pretty cool to see that little Electroneum logo on there, because it just makes you feel, especially being part of the community, it's kind of exciting just to see what the potential is. Even if it never happens, it doesn't matter, because we know it's going to be a big, we know Electroneum is going to be big. But just seeing here's what could happen is better than, like, well, what can we do with it? But could you imagine if we all had Electroneum, or we were all invested in Electroneum, like put in hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, like other coins that people do that, and it's like, okay, because it sounds like a good idea, but what can it actually do? Like, what's it actually going to do? That happens all the time, and at least like with Electroneum, we can come up with these kind of things. And we can kind of show, like, well, there are partnerships, so that justifies a Netflix-type partnership. We know that there's going to be businesses that will accept Electroneum, because there's already going to be mobile operators right now in, I think it's like in Europe or in the UK type area, that are going to accept ETN or Electroneum as a mobile payment. So there's no reason why Netflix wouldn't eventually, once Electroneum is a more accepted currency, there's no reason why Electroneum wouldn't be accepted by Netflix to pay for half of the Netflix service. That's not being retarded or stupid, like some people say. It makes sense, because now you're opening yourselves up to accepting way more customers. So yes, maybe they lose half and Electroneum's not worth all that much, let's say at the time. It will go up. And Richard Ellis just recently talked about how soon they're going to be working on bringing that price up. But anyway, so even though Electroneum's not, let's say it's not 1-to-1 right now, it's not, one Electroneum is not equal to $1, it doesn't really matter, because even though they're accepting half, right, and they're getting a little bit of Electroneum to cover that other half, you might have just gained, well, look, we have almost 230,000 users for Electroneum. If, let's say, 60,000 people didn't have, I personally don't have Netflix. My girlfriend's mother pays for Netflix. And I just put it on my PlayStation. I just watch stuff on it sometimes. I don't even care. I'm not even into Netflix that much. I just watch Stranger Things and Daredevil and all that stuff. But somebody like me, if I could then spend my Electroneum, sure. Then I'll add Netflix, because I'm supporting Electroneum. But what does that mean? Now you just gained, like I just said, I'm just making up a number. Now they just gained 60,000 people. So that half, trust me, they just made it up. That's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching the first episode of Finding Reality MoonQuest. If you really like this video, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have anything that you'd like to say, leave it in the comment section below. Just so you guys know, if you're new to Podcast Now, we are very interactive with the comment section. That's kind of what we pride ourselves on. We also have community series where, if we're talking about, like, let's say in September we're having a Spider-Man community series because the Spider-Man PS4 game comes out. Any topics that the viewers, like you guys, want us to talk about, that's the videos that we post. We talk about what you guys want us to talk about. So Electroneum, or the MoonQuest series, can be very similar. So anything that you guys want me to mention or talk about, or even, if there's something that you guys saw that you really liked, leave it in the comment section. I'll have a look, and I'll probably post it in future episodes. And again, stay tuned for in 2 weeks, the next episode of MoonQuest. It's going to be a very good episode where I'm comparing Electroneum to a very, it was just something awesome that happened this year in the sports world. And I think you're really going to like what I show you. It's going to probably pump you up too. So now here is a sneak peek of what's to come later this summer. And all I'll say is Avengers